try to taste you in trouble. I try to taste you in trouble. Try to taste you in trouble. Try to taste you in trouble. Try to tell you in trouble. I try to tell you in trouble.
Real queen at the hustle, big facts like muscle. Sit back, kick back, relax, no need to tussle. She trouble, she gon' deliver just what you need on the double. So many topics to change the speed, tried to warn them. Now she gon' give them the piece. Put it in your ear, listen and wait and see. So unique with the subject, some might get upset. Most gon' love this, I promise you gon' love this.
Try to taste you in trouble.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Mecko from I Told You I Was Trouble. And today I have a very special person in my life. This is Meyoshi. Welcome to I Told You I Was Trouble.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Of course. So, as we know, as we see, you're always ripping and running because you're a business owner. And as you should, you're a wife and you're a mother. So on today's episode, I just want to get a little insight on your business, how you got started, and what it takes to do what you do. So welcome to the show again. And just give me a quick background about where you grew up, where are you originally from. Give me some of that.
All right. So I am the oldest of 9 children. 4 biological. So myself and 3 of my siblings are the biological children of my mother and father.
Okay.
And my other siblings are actually my cousins. But my mother and father raised my cousins from birth to adulthood or almost adulthood. Most of our lives. So they're my brothers and sisters.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, so that was a pretty big responsibility as originally or raised in Altadena, California, which is right in Pasadena. So,
yep.
Pasadena,
right.
Altadena.
If you from California, you know where Altadena at.
So just grew up around my grandparents who are from Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas. Had the pleasure of being on the same property as the house that I grew up in. So it was like being raised in the country, in the city. So I am a little country girl at heart. Yeah, so that was a pleasure being raised by both my grandparents and my parents.
Yeah, that's always a blessing when you can have that. I feel like it's nothing like a grandparent's love.
Absolutely, nothing like it.
My grandma hugs were the best in the world. Like they were just the best.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty of the interview.
Okay.
So, what were you doing before you started your business?
So, I was working in the pharmacy industry, which I do still work in the pharmacy industry, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
So I started my career in pharmacy benefits and for WellPoint Pharmacy, like in Woodland Hills. And I was always like making stuff for coworkers, when you're working at this potlucks are always I was always baking or cooking stuff. Never took it serious. It was more like a hobby at that time. But I kind of feel like when you have a purpose and you're very comfortable in what you're doing, that God has a way of shaking your foundation up, which is exactly what happened to me, so that I could move my feet. We were laid off from my 10-year, almost 12-year career. We were laid off. And at that time, I had just had my second child. My then boyfriend, now husband, had almost lost his life due to gun violence. So he was unable to work, and I had to figure out a way to hide. So I started playing around with like little bake stuff. I started off with cake pops, and I was like, ain't nobody really gonna buy this stuff, but I'm gonna see what it is.
Yes.
Walk out,
Yeah.
bake, get some baked goods to some like my doctor's office. Just little
Yeah.
places there. And it took off. Like I said, I guess God wanted to push me into my purpose, and that's pretty much how it started and how I ended up really taking Black Iris into not a hobby but a business.
Yeah.
So that's how it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my next question because I don't know why I never asked you, where did you come up with that name?
Yes. So the reason why I had mentioned my grandmother earlier, I did a lot of baking with her as having her
Okay.
there, basically in the same house. She loved flowers, and she had irises in her front yard.
Mm.
Good gardener. She had all kinds of flowers, but I always say my business acumen and my name is derived from my grandmother.
Oh
So
my God, I love
um,
that.
Iris. So
I
that's
love
where
it.
that name.
Okay, I never knew that and I never thought to ask. I just was like, okay. Hey, I
Yes.
like it. So,
Thank
yeah, that's what's up. That's great. It's like paying
Yeah.
homage to your grandmother.
Sure, for sure. She loved
Yeah.
dessert, so better way to pay homage
Yeah,
to her than an after.
exactly. So, how hard or how easy was it to like get that name cleared or make that your namesake?
So, luckily, we're in the age of technology right now. They have a lot of resources that you can use in order to kind of get your footing as far as starting your business off from filing the necessary paperwork and things that you need. So, I actually used LegalZoom when I first started.
Okay.
Um, they appoint you a representative that will kind of help you guide you through, picking out a name that someone else doesn't have, filing your paperwork with the state, depending on how you want to form your company,
Okay.
and all that. So, LegalZoom would help me, but they do have other resources and companies out
Oh,
there that
okay.
will
So
help.
it was fairly easy to get it started.
Yeah, it was fairly easy. It does
Okay,
cost.
cuz you
It
know how
costs.
some okay. You know how sometimes people have to like add an extra letter or do whatever to make theirs different from the other person. I know people run
Yeah.
into that
So
like
that luckily did not happen to us. When I first started, or when I came up with the name in 2010, there wasn't any other companies spelling Black Blaque
yeah.
Iris. But now you'll see that there are some companies like there's a cigar lounge in, I forgot, somewhere
Mm,
down. So I would say for any business owners out there, definitely do your due diligence and make sure that your business name is not used by anyone else, so that you don't have any trademark
yeah.
issues
Yeah.
that trademark your work. As
Right.
earlier,
And yours is a
this
unique name, but it could be one out of that one person pick that too.
right,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy. So, do
hasn't
you
happened. With,
right? Do you remember what your first big event was?
oh, what was my first big event? So, just starting off, we had to take a lot of jobs that didn't necessarily come with pay just to get exposure.
Yeah.
So we have done, I guess my biggest event to date, and I had the opportunity to do it twice, was for Kevin Hart,
Okay.
for his daughter and for his son. Um,
Nice.
had the opportunity to do, and this is a big production. There was other people in the same field as I am, but we all had the opportunity to, make treats and cakes and such like that for his daughter and his son. I was called back
Nice.
after doing his event. I was then called back to do his son's event. So
That's
I,
awesome.
that's the biggest event that I've done. But I'm
Nice,
looking
nice.
at Oprah if they happen to watch this.
Come on now. Come on, oh. Come on, oh.
Right, right.
Okay, so what would you say has been the biggest challenge being your own boss?
Ooh,
Because
so
everybody wants to start
definitely,
a business, but then it's those things.
yeah. So I say being your boss, there is really no off days. You know, the
Yeah.
the benefit of working a 9 to 5, going, you do your work, you log off, you done for the day.
Yeah.
As a business, it doesn't stop. I'm getting calls, text messages, 3 o'clock in the morning on Sundays. You know, while I'm at my kids' sporting events. There's just no time off. So trying to find a work life balance can be a little
Yeah.
challenging. But that's when you definitely have to set guardrails for yourself so that you're not so detached from your own
Right. Your
personal.
own life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to learn that.
So as many times as we have met up and you drop stuff off and I done came to you, your family is always there. So how important is it to have your family? Even I just met your sister. How important is it to have that family support? Not only in the business and on your off time too.
Definitely very important. My husband is also my business partner. So he doesn't, like I say, I'm the face. But he is.
Yeah, he give me a wave when he see.
Yeah, I'm the face, but all
Right.
the people have eaten are baked by him. So he's an awesome
Yes.
baker. He does definitely pick up the slack when I'm tired or whatever. I can
Yeah.
always to pick up the slack, um, and help us make sure that the business continues to run successfully.
Right.
Our business is probably, I say, about 75% staffed with family,
Yeah, that's
because I think
great.
for
Yeah,
us to be able to carry that down the lineage
of
in a way.
course.
So,
Of course.
hmm
So, has any of your kids said, Mom, let me get in there and help you?
hey,
I just had
nobody,
to.
they don't yet, but they want the money from it. So,
Of course. Of course.
not yet.
Not yet.
We'll see.
All right. All right. I feel like my grandparents were more of the cookers in the family. I don't know what I was out doing. I don't know what my
Uh,
mom was out doing, but she's definitely not the baker, the cooker in the family either. So I'm just like, I feel like I know how to cook, but like for the large groups, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do it. Give me some real basic y'all want me to do because I'm not like ready for that responsibility yet. So, and I know like my boy cousins, one of my boy cousins in particular, he could cook on like, he's getting there to my grandparents' level because he was around them.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
Important.
can't tell him that because he started bragging, and it's like, yeah, nobody want to hear all that. Just take the oh, this is good. We don't need to hear nothing
Right.
else. We don't need to hear all
That's
that.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you see where do you see the business going in the next 5 years? What would you like for it to go?
Um. So what I will be working on actually is to finally put Black Iris in brick-and-mortar, a place where people can actually go to
Yeah.
get things like that. So that is something that's in the works. And I'm trying to step away from the baking space just a little bit,
Mhm.
not too, and jump into the event planning space.
Oh,
You
okay.
In the next 5 years, I'll say definitely a place that we can call home with four walls, that people can actually come and visit.
Right.
So yeah,
Nice. I
yeah,
I will. You
it's
know.
just thank you.
I'll be on your page like, "Ooh, what is that? Ooh, can you?"
I appreciate.
Like, ooh, dang. Like, okay, Miko, stay focused. Stay focused. Um, so owning starting your own business could be a huge reward and a huge risk. I know you said you got laid off and that kind of like forced you to do it.
Right.
So what do you think? so that's a reward. You're working for yourself. You're seeing like the love come back, and so many people post your stuff, and just sharing it from this person. And because I found you through a friend, you know,
I,
and then it was just like, you know,
yeah, you've been
so
with me ever.
yeah. So it's like I found you from somebody, and then I was like, oh yeah, let me give you her number. And I always be like, where is your business card?
Oh, I
I
know.
always, but I'm like, I'm gonna shoot your number to them. Like, no problem. So, what would you say a risk is starting your own business?
Mm, well, definitely a dead period while you're trying to figure out exactly what your work model is going to be and
Mm-hmm.
target audience to be. That's definitely that can be discouraging as a business owner. But I think in statistics, most small businesses or businesses are don't make any money in the first 5 years.
Mm.
Um, I would say, fortunately, that was not our story. I say, just starting off trying to figure out who to market to and all that kind of stuff was challenging, but um, you're definitely going to take a risk just starting off your business
Right.
because you're trying to, each one teach one. So for me, that was the tricky part, trying to get customers and then create, uh,
Yeah, that long
continue.
lasting. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Because I was like,
I'm big on.
I feel like Dakota may have been like 4 or 5.
I think she
Dakota
was
was really young when you did the little
rabbit.
the little rabbit. Yeah. What is that stupid
Right.
rabbit? I forgot what she used to watch. But she was little then, and she's 15 now.
Wow, you
So
doing
I've
me
been
that
a customer that long.
over a decade. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Blessing. That's a
And I
blessing.
don't even think that was the
I said,
first thing you made for me, honestly. I think it was something before that. But it may have been like cake pops or something. It may have been something small, and then Dakota was like the big order.
you gonna make me go back in the archive so that I can take a
Look,
picture of that order
look,
look like. But
look. So I know exactly. I know that you have been a part of giveaways as
yes.
far as like prom season. How important is that to give back to the community?
That's a good question. I think that's very important. Definitely once you get to a certain point, or not even when you get to a certain point, 'cause I don't feel like I'm exactly where I need to be yet in
Yeah.
my career or in the business. But just being able to take some of the resources that I've been fortunate to receive as a business owner. My line of work does align me with a lot of other
Mhm.
entrepreneurs. So that enables those entrepreneurs to be able to get some exposure, show people their gifts and share it back with very deserving kids in the community that I come from. So
Yeah.
we're gonna start that up again. Actually, next year, COVID did kind of knock it out of
Yeah.
place for a minute. But we're looking to revamp that again. So I think it's very important for you to reach back once you
Yeah.
get.
And it's very dope. Like, look at what you getting. Like, it's like you're just spreading the love, and you're just showing people, you're showing girls and boys like, look at, people are pouring into you. Like, you could graduate from high school, college, and come back and do something like this. I think we don't really see it a lot in our community. People really giving back, to
Right.
people who like, people want to have these great prom experience and stuff. And it's like, well, I only got money for my dress and my hair. And then look at this opportunity that you won to have this, the whole
If I could do,
setup.
I
Yeah.
definitely would. Hopefully, be able to reach a lot more with the giveaway. As we started next year. But
Yeah.
Champagne, all the craze, and some of these productions, girl, are off the
Ma-
hook. So
look, look,
I'm doing that.
these
So
these new kids, these new kids, I feel like my champagne party was at my mama house in our two
I
bedroom
didn't.
apartment, and it was mostly her friends. Like,
That's how it was. It was a
Yeah.
lot more low key, but now, man, they're
They
doing a
coming
lot.
out in red carpets. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
they
They got the red bottoms and I'm like,
the luxury.
not me and my Windsor
Yeah,
dress on. Like
Good
y'all just
for
for real. For real. Okay, so this is my last question for you. I want to know, you do so much for your clients. But
I try.
what's your like perfect dream event for yourself? Like if somebody was doing it for you, what would you do? Cuz you do so much and you like really be busting your butt to make these special for you. You know, you go over the details with them. You're very like check on you, check on you, check on you. You know, you get it right. So, what's your dream event for yourself?
You know what? I've never thought of that for myself, only because my love language is acts of service.
Yeah.
I like to give things to people. I like to
Mhm.
see the happiness that an event or a gift creates for loved ones
Yeah.
so I've never really thought about what would be a perfect event. I'm very simple when it comes to
Uh-huh.
things, so
Yeah.
uh, I think that just the thought of somebody thinking of me coming together would be nice for me. But
Right.
definitely
Yeah. Cuz I feel like you do so much, you know, like but I feel I can understand that like you can't even put yourself in that mindset. Like if somebody asks me something, I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard
Still have
to think what you would do for
yeah,
yourself when you're that kind of person.
right. Yeah, it
Like
is.
your
It's
love
thought
language
provoking.
is that. My love language is giving gifts. So when somebody asks me what do I want, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know
Right.
what I want. I'm like,
You're a giver.
you could you could give me some Hello Kitty. You could give me a set of Hello Kitty pencils and I'll be like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm not that
Definitely.
girl. I don't really want much. Like, you know. But that's great.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you that I appreciate everything you've done for me.
Thank
And you're just an awesome person. I love the way you can conduct your business. Um, it's never been like, well, yeah, I feel like nowadays some business people are just like losing the act of like the client, you know, and it's just a little off-putting sometimes, you know, but you've always been 100. Like, you think we could meet
I
over
appreciate
here? Like, girl, I got you. You,
it.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like, can you drop it off at this? You like, you've always been very like 100 there for me, and whatever I needed, you always made it come true, and I appreciate
Aw,
you for that.
thank you. And we appreciate you sticking with us for as long as
Oh
you
yeah,
have, and including us in one of the biggest days of your life.
yeah, yeah.
Very
Well,
nice to see.
we've been manifesting this, girl. I didn't know when this man was gonna come, but I kept telling you, like one
Kept
day,
talking.
just
Yes, we did.
yes,
Manifestation.
we
It's been
definitely
a pleasure.
did.
Yep, it's been a
Yeah,
pleasure. Happy as a client and now as a friend. So thank you.
exactly, exactly. I know. I'm just like, if she posts one more thing on this Instagram that look good, like I am never
Like
ever gonna get in shape.
you don't get started. Look, at least you only got to look at it.
Look, right,
Running. That's half the battle. But yeah,
right.
um,
Like, okay,
we
just keep
appreciate
scrolling.
we appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this. This is my first podcast, so I appreciate you thinking I was
Yeah.
interested in the interview. Thank
This was fun. I told you
you.
we have
Yes,
fun.
it was
We have fun around here. We like to laugh. But I
just
want to thank
talking.
you so much for your time and I appreciate it. I know you got a lot of things you need to do and I want to tell you to take care of yourself.
I will.
Take care of yourself cuz we need you here cuz I can't bake, girl. We need you here.
Listen, I'm willing to be here. I'm gonna keep baking until they do do whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
Exactly. All right. Well, I appreciate you so much. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Talk
You have a
soon.
good one.
Thank you too.
All righty.
All right. Peace.